first, okay, to share my PowerPoint. I hope you have your textbook and your calculator with you, because later I will show you how to use the calculator to check the answer for the standard deviation and also the variance and so on and so forth. Okay, so you can stand by with your calculator. And I know there's maybe some of you have a different kind of version of the calculator, but that's okay. I will show you one example. Okay, I'll show you one example. While okay, wait for a while. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Okay, I'll show my PowerPoint. Okay, can you see my PowerPoint?
Yes.
Can you see it moving? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for your response. So today we will go through some of the measure of dispersion, which includes the first one is the range, and also the interquartile range, and also variance and standard deviation. So we'll start off with one example. Okay, this is from the textbook. Okay, this is from the textbook. Park Hamidi had recorded the mass of pineapples. Okay, and then the following frequency table. And okay, I just found out that this word, okay, is read as ogive. Ogive. Jive. It's not ogive. Ogive is in Malay. When I Google translate it, I only found out this word is read as ogive. Okay, for your information. I just found out yesterday. Okay, so following frequency table and ogive show the data that he obtained, determine the range and interquartile range. Okay, so how to find the range and how to find the interquartile range? This is also a tool of the measure of dispersion in statistics. Okay, so you need to know how to find range and interquartile range. So it's given you the table of frequency, and then the ogive is already drawn for you. So how to find the range and how to find the interquartile range? There's a difference. So let's look at how to find the range first. Okay, so this is how you find the range. Okay, so you use the midpoint. Okay, wait. Okay. So you need to find your midpoint for the highest range and also the lowest. The highest class and the lowest class. Okay. So from the table just now, you notice that the lowest class is this one. This is the first class, which is the lowest. And the highest is this one, is the last class interval. Okay. You find the midpoint for these two classes. Okay. Meaning the 400 to 499. And also the 900 and to 999. Find their midpoint. So how to find the midpoint is you take the lower limit and the upper limit. Okay, you add these two together and divided by 2. So you will get the midpoint for this class. Okay, and also you take the lower limit plus the upper limit divided by 2. You get the midpoint for the first class. Then this is the last class. So after that, you find their difference. So the difference for these two midpoint is actually their range. Okay, that is their range. Okay. So we continue. Okay, so how to find the interquartile range? Okay, for your information, interquartile range is equals to the answer for quartile 3 minus the answer for quartile 1. Okay, the first quartile, sorry. the third quartile minus the first quartile. Okay, that is the formula for interquartile range. So from your ogive, you have to find out what is your first quartile and your third quartile. So as we already learned before, the first quartile is you need to use 1/4 times the total data. Okay, the total data is you can obtain from your graph. Actually, the highest point is actually your total data. Okay, and this is equals to 80. So that's why you look at the solution. The answer is 1/4 times 80. So you get 20. Okay, so this 20, you look at the cumulative frequency. Okay, you just find out where is your 20. Okay, once you find your 20, then you go to your ogive and go down to your x-axis and read this value. So this value is your first quartile. And do the same thing for the third quartile, okay, which is 3/4 times the total data. You get 60. So from your cumulative frequency, you find the 60, and then go straight here until you reach the ogive and go down. So you find out your third quartile is 809.5. And after that, to find the interquartile range, you just take the third quartile minus the first quartile. Then you get 195 gram. Okay, so that's how you find the interquartile range. Okay. So, any question about the range and the interquartile range so far? Okay, so those who just came in, we just started, okay, how to find the range, okay, how to find the range and interquartile range. Okay, for interquartile range is the third quartile minus the first quartile. For this range, okay, is you take the highest class. Okay, you find the midpoint. Sorry, you find the midpoint for your highest class minus the lowest midpoint of your minus the lowest midpoint of your lowest class. Okay, that is how you find the your range. Okay. This one you can see it in the textbook also. Okay, so this is how you find range and interquartile range. Okay, so if no question, I can continue. Okay, so the next measure of dispersion you need to learn is how to find the variance and also the standard deviation. Okay, so this is this formula is actually the same thing as you learn in Form 4. Okay, just that for this time, the data that you study is group data. In Form 4, this ungrouped data. So that's just the difference between the data. But the formula is still the same. So for variance is sigma. This is sigma, means the total. Okay, the total of fx squared over the total of x. The total of f minus mean. Okay, this is the mean. This symbol is actually mean. Okay, x bar is actually your mean. So this mean you have to find out. You have to square the mean. Okay, after you get the mean, you have to square it, and then you take this this division minus your mean square. As in standard deviation, is actually the same thing as variance, just that you have to add a square root. Okay, so another meaning is standard deviation, you get it from square root your variance, so you will get your standard deviation. Or another word is when you square your standard deviation, you will get your variance. Okay, so they are interrelated. Okay, so x is your midpoint. Very important. X is your midpoint. Okay, f is the frequency, and x bar is the mean. Okay, so you need to know exactly what is each of these property means. Okay, so x is the midpoint, f is the frequency, and x bar is the mean of your data. So if the question asks you to find the variance or standard deviations, then you know in your frequency table later, which you want to construct, you need to find out what is your midpoint. Okay, because normally the question won't give you midpoint, so you need to find out your midpoint. You need to know your frequency, And actually this frequency is given by the table lah, or question. Okay, you just need to find out their midpoint. Okay, and then you need to find out the f times x lah. Okay, take the frequency, multiply the midpoint. Okay, this is one thing you need to know. And then also you need to find out the x square. Okay, x square, because from this formula, you know, you need to know the value of x squared. And then you also need to know the value of x times x squared. Okay, so from this value, you need to know that, okay, I need to find out this value in order for me to get the standard deviation or the mean or the variance. Okay, so let's look at one example. Okay, so this example 10. Okay, so the table below shows a volume of water to the nearest liters, okay, used by a group of families. Calculate the variance and standard deviation. Okay, so when you see this question, you know that you need to construct a frequency table containing midpoint, okay, your x, which is your x, midpoint is your x, and also the x squared, your f times x, and also f times x squared. Okay, just like this. Okay, so these two part is actually copied from the original table lah. Okay, from here, just that this table is drawn in horizontal lah. And then when you do your frequency table, it's better for you to draw it vertically lah, like this vertically. Okay, for easier of monitoring. Okay, so this two-part volume and frequency is actually you copy from the table just now. Okay, and this part from midpoint until here is what you need to know. Okay, what you need to add into the table in order for you to get the variance and standard deviation. So once you get you know what to fill in, then you start to fill in each one and calculate each part of this one if like midpoint. So you just add these two together, 150 plus 159, then divided by 2. Then you will get this one, 154.5. Okay, and do the same thing for the rest of the class interval. So you'll get this one. Okay. So actually there's calculator can play a very important role. Okay, in order to help you to get faster calculation. Okay, later I'll show you one of the example lah. Okay, and then for this one midpoint, I want to highlight is this. Once you get the first two, value of your midpoint. Then the rest you no need to add and divide again, because once you find out the first two, you just need to find out what is the difference. Okay, if you already found the difference, actually each midpoint for each class is got the same difference, because you see the first two difference is 10, right? 164, 154, so difference is 10. So the third one should be also different by 10. So you just need to add another 10 to 164, you get 174. And then add another 10, you get 184, 194, and 204. Okay, so no need to waste time in calculating each midpoint. Okay, you just need to calculate the first two, okay, to get their difference. And then the third one is you add this difference into to get the third one. Okay, if let's say the difference is 10, then you add 10 to 164, you get 174. And then add another 10, add another 10, add another 10. So it's much time saving. Okay, and then for fx also, this one no choice, you need to press the calculator lah. Okay, fx means f times x. So you just need to press calculator 8 times 154.5, so to get this one. Okay, and I want to share with you one way to get the answer, because this is what's this meaning? This meaning is the total. Okay, because the symbol sigma means referring to total, means you have to add 1, 2, 3, 6, 1974 until you add to this 3272. Okay, you add this all together to get 1717.5. Okay, actually there's a function in the calculator that you can get the answer by, at the same time you multiply the two answer kan, f times x kan, at the same time you can press one button, and then at the end, right, you automatically get the sum of this value without need to add 1, 2, 3, 6 again, plus this one, plus this one. No need to add this all numbers together lah. Let me show you. If you have, can you see my calculator? Can?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, very good. So let's say I want to calculate my fx now. Fx is f times x, right? So I will press 8 times what? 154.5. Okay, so I'll press equal, then I'll get 1, 2, 3, 6, right? So after you get this answer, you can press this button. Can you see the M plus here? M plus button. Okay, so you press once. Press this once, M plus, and then you can continue to the second one, which is 12 times 164. So 12 times 164.5. Okay, enter, or equal, so you get 1974. Okay, after that you press M plus. Okay, then continue with the third one, which is 15 times 174.5. Okay, equal, you get this one. So press M plus, okay, and repeat until you get the last one. So the fourth one is 24 times 184.5, and then M plus, then 20 times 194.5 equal M plus, and last one is 16 times 204.5 M plus. Okay, so after this, when you already finish everything, so you want to get this total, right? You want to get this total 17417.5. So if normally what we do is, after we get this one, and then we have to press again the calculator, 1, 2, 3, 6 plus this one, plus this one, plus this one. So now once you already press this M plus, right, means you already set the memory. I mean, let the calculator memorize the number for you. So what you do now is you press the alpha button. Oh, sorry, I think I need to press this one first. So now you press the alpha button, and then you press the M button again. Okay. And you will get the answer 17417.5, which is this one. Okay. So it saves your time to recalculate it or re-add this all these numbers together. Okay. If you already know this one, it's good lah. For those who haven't explored this function yet, okay, you can use this this button, M plus button, to save your time. Okay, to save your time in calculating this value. Okay, so the same thing goes for this value also lah. Okay, because it's fx square. Fx square means you need to take the f value times the x square value. Okay, this x square value is you get from this one. X is 154.5, so x square is, you just press the calculator, the square of this number, you get this one. But to get this one, you have to multiply, okay, between f and x squared to get this fx squared. Okay, so at the end, you need to calculate this, the total of fx squared. So since the number is very long, then if you want to calculate one by one, I mean, when you want to add this one by one, when you want to press the calculator, it actually waste some of your time. So if you press this M plus button, it will save some of your time lah. Okay, so this one I want to highlight for you lah. Okay, there's a M plus button here. Okay, if you want to erase the memories, right, you just press Shift and then press 9. You see this number 2 is memory, so you just press 2. Okay, then it will delete the memory lah just now. So just now, after that, after you get this number, so there's still the m is the alphabet m is still here. So when you want to calculate this fx square, you need to delete the memory first before you calculate the fx square. Okay. If not, the calculator still memorize these numbers. So when you want to get this one, you will get wrong. Okay. So be sure to delete the memory for fx first before you want to calculate the sum of this fx squared. Okay? All right. So do you get the step just now? Do I need to repeat for you? No? Okay, if silence means no need lah kan? Okay, I hope you learn this button lah. Okay, so...
The last one, sir.
Okay,
sir.
The last one. Which one?
Yeah.
You mean the deleting the memory?
Yang mau kira balik semua.
Yang nak tambah semua itu?
Yes.
Okay. So after you already press this, let's say you want to find the fx, right? So after you press each of these 8 times 154 equals to this one. After that, you press m plus, right? Press m plus. Okay, I'll do some of this lah. Okay. Okay, the first one is 8 times 154.5 equal, and then followed by m plus button. And then followed by the second one is the 12 times 164. 164.5. Okay, equal. And then m plus. Okay, the third one is 15 times 174.5 equal. And then m plus, right? So you continue doing this until you reach the 16 times 204.5. Okay, let's say I already finished until 16 now. Okay, so next step is, okay, I press once AC first, and then next I want to press the button alpha. Because if you notice, there's a red color M here. Okay, maybe a different calculator got different step or different position of this button. So you need to locate where is this M plus button in your calculator. Okay, so for this version of calculator, what you do is, after you already key in the multiplication for all this one, you want to find this value, fx, the total of fx, right? So what you do is you press the alpha button, and press this one M plus, which is actually I want to find out the total. This red color M means the total of M. Okay, which I already want the calculator to memorize for me. So I just press this one, and then after I press the alpha M, I press equal. Okay, so it will come out the answer. Because I haven't finished just now, so the answer is different lah from this one. Okay, actual answer would be 17417.5. Okay, if you done all this calculation just now. Okay, so this is how you do. So after you finish key in everything, you press once AC button, okay, and then continue by alpha and M plus and equal. Okay, it will come out the answer for you. Okay, so before you continue to calculate the fx square, okay, this one, you need to delete the memory first. So you press Shift 9 and then press 2 to clear the memory first before you calculate. Okay, then it will be fine. Okay. Okay, Esther?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Welcome. Okay, so let's continue. So let's continue. Okay. This is the one. So after you get all this value, right? all this frequency table. Okay, you already calculated the total of f, total of fx, total of fx squared. Now you can calculate the mean. Okay, why we want to calculate the mean? Because in variance and standard deviation, there is a mean here. Okay, so we need to know the mean before we calculate the variance and also the standard deviation. So after calculate the mean, the formula is total of fx over total of f. Okay, which is you can obtain from your table. Okay, so total fx is this one. Just now we already calculated. Okay, total of fx over the total of f. Total of f also we just obtain from the table lah. Okay, from here 95, 17417.5, and this one. Okay, everything from the table. So you just copy paste the value from your table into the formula and then press calculator, you get the answer lah. Okay, you get the answer here. And also the same thing goes for variance and standard deviation. Okay, so everything is in the table already. Okay, for example, this value fx square value can obtain from the table. The total of f obtained from the table, and then this mean. Okay, this mean is actually from your calculation on the first step. Okay, this mean. And don't forget to put a square because this is from the formula, mean square. So you need to square your mean, okay, before you calculate. So after that, you press the calculator and you get the answer, okay? And then for standard deviation, you just need to square root your variance lah, okay? Because the formula just the same as variance, okay? Only the difference is there's a square root. So to get the standard deviation, you just square root your variance. Then you'll get your final answer. Okay, so this all from your from your table, okay, frequency table. And for your information, okay, these steps are for you for you to check your answer. Okay, for you to check your answer. And these steps I think is for the calculator, which is MS, I think 507 MS. Okay, version. Means the black color one. Okay, the black color, the black calculator. So you can follow this step, right, to check your answer. Okay. For the white one, I mean for the gray one. Okay, just like my version here. Okay, I can show you how can you use this calculator to check your answer. Okay, whether your answer for variance, standard deviation, mean is correct or not. Okay, because once you get one of this value wrong, right, then everything will goes wrong. Okay, so you have to make sure everything in this table is already incorrect answer. Okay, so this value and then this value is very important, and also your mean, okay, is also very important, right? So how to check the answer? Okay, actually in your calculator, the calculator can help you to check the answer for this one, and then for this one. Okay, the total f, the total fx, and total fx squared, and also the mean and standard deviation also can check for you. So how to do this? Okay, if you have your calculator, you can follow me. If you have this kind of version of calculator, if the black one, the black color one, you can follow steps from this textbook. I think you can follow these steps, okay, for the black calculator. Okay, so what you do is, okay, for my version of calculator, what I do is, first of all, you need to okay, go into the mode first. Okay, go to the mode, and then go to the statistic number 3. Okay, press 3. Okay, and then after you can press AC. Okay, once you press AC, you already entered in statistic mode. Okay, this is the first step. And then the second step is you need to press shift mode. I repeat, shift mode, and then go down. Go down, and you can see this one, number 4, statistic. Okay, so press 4. And then you ask frequency. Okay, you turn on the frequency function. So you press 1. Okay, press 1. Okay, so now what I do is I will press shift again, and press 1. Because I want to enter this statistic. Okay, there's a yellow color statistic here, this statistic mode. So I press shift 1. Okay, so you can see now there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, with type, data, sum. This is actually variance lah. This one distribution, and this is mean max. I'm not sure what is this. Okay, so what I do is I will go to number 2. Okay, number 2, because I want to key in my data. This table. I will key into my calculator. Okay, so what I do is X is actually your midpoint. Okay, your midpoint. This is found out in your table. So I will key in this part into my calculator as X. Okay, and the frequency here is referring to this one. Okay, this is your frequency. You want to key in these 2 columns into calculator. So I'll go ahead and press N. So the first one is 154.5. Okay, equal 164. You can press also. Number 3 is 174. Number 4 is 184. 194. And last one is 204. Okay. So there are 6 midpoints I already entered. And then go for the frequency. Okay, go for the frequency. The first one is 8. Okay, the second one is 12. Third one is 15, 24, 20, and 16. Okay, so already done. Okay, I've done all the data inside. So next, what I want to do is, okay, I press easy, and I will go to this 1 again, shift 1. Okay, now I want to go to the third, okay, the number 3, sum. So you go ahead and press 3, and you'll be asked this one. If you press 1, you get the sum for this x squared, and if you press 2, you get the sum for. So actually, what is the meaning of this one? So actually, the meaning for this one, okay, the sigma x squared is referring to this way. Okay, this is your value, because this x referring to the fx squared actually. Okay, and then this one total sigma of x is referring to fx. So if I go ahead and press 1, okay, and press equal, so I'll get this value. So you see this value is actually this one, 133.75 is actually my x squared. Okay, so you can double check your answer if your answer is correct or not, or wrong. Okay, because normally maybe we will press the wrong number, and then here we will get the wrong answer. So to check back, okay, if this answer is incorrect, means there's something wrong in your calculation. You need to check again, where is the mistake. Okay, so if you want to check this number, okay, this answer, so go ahead and press again, shift 1, and then press 3. You see this one, number 2. Okay, this one is actually your answer for this one. Okay, so I'll go ahead and press 2 and press enter or equal. So I'll get this answer, 17417.5. Okay, this is my answer. For you to check your answer lah. Okay, then if you want to check for your answer for your variance or standard deviation, you can go again to shift 1, and then this time you go to number 4. Okay, go to number 4, and if you notice, number 1 is n. N is actually your total data, or this one, your F, the total. Sigma F means the total data, the total frequency. So if I press 1, I will get, okay, don't forget to press equal. So you get 95, which is this one, okay? All right, then go again, shift 1. I go to number 4. Okay, so number 2, this is X bar. X bar means is your mean. Press 2, and don't forget to press equal. Then I'll get my mean actually is 183.34. Let me check the answer. Is it correct? Mean? Yes, this is 183.34. So this is my mean. Okay, my mean is correct. Okay, next we will go again to shift 1 and then number 4. Okay, this time number 3. This number 3, can you see this symbol? This is actually the standard deviation symbol. Okay, so I'll go ahead, press number 3 and press equal. So this is my answer for standard deviation, 15.1388, which is correct because this already off to 2 decimal places, 15.14. So it's actually the same. Okay. So to get your, because this function don't have the value for variance, it only has the value for standard deviation. So if you want to check your answer for variance, so you just need to square answer. Okay. Because when you square your standard deviation, you get your variance. So I'll go ahead, press this one. So I get my variance is equal to 229.19, which is this one. Because for the black color one, it's different from my step. Okay. You need to follow this step. Actually, just follow this step is easy also. I don't have the black calculator with me right now, but later I'll share a video with you how to use, how to calculate the standard deviation for both calculator lah. Okay, for black color one and also for this gray color one. For those who have beside of this gray color and black color, how to do this, okay? Because I only have these two version of calculator. Because some of you maybe might buy a newer version, okay, the latest version, okay. So you need to find out from YouTube lah. Thought many of you will get this gray color or black color one lah. Okay. So that is how calculator to check your answer. Okay, to check your answer for standard deviation, mean, variance, and also the sigma f and sigma x squared. Okay, I think I covered this part already. Is there any question before I move to box plot? Is there any question you want to ask from here? Hello? Any question? This
Teacher,
finding the standard deviation and also
it is not.
Yes.
Teacher, is it
Sorry.
compulsory to? Is it compulsory to make the table?
Yes, actually yes. Because this table is actually referring to your jalan kerja. The pemeriksa will look at your table to give you marks. If you don't do this table, what do you want to do? Or you mean you just use calculator?
Yeah.
So what do you want to what do you want to do to show your calculation?
Straight into the calculation steps.
You mean you straight go to this part lah, with the formula and then the value, everything.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay. As I'm not sure whether this new syllabus, the marking scheme is different from the previous one or not, because last year still is a KBSM, okay, KBSM, not KSSM. So this year is a KSSM. In the previous year, the KBSM, in the marking scheme, okay, in the marking scheme, if you construct this table, right, you have marks for this table actually, okay. When you list out one by one this value, right, it has marks for you. And then until this part also, you have marks also. So I'm not sure because this year is the new syllabus, and then the SPM pun belum ada lagi exam. So I'm not sure whether the marking scheme will is it different from the previous one, or they got a new marking scheme. Okay, so to play safe, okay, to play safe, it's better for you to construct this table. Okay, it's better for you to construct this table instead of just move to this part, this calculation, because we don't know whether the marking scheme is different. From my experience I went to this SPM as a pemeriksa SPM also. Pernah sekali saya join dalam pemeriksa SPM. Actually, the marking scheme for the previous syllabus kan, KBSM kan, they give marks on the table. Okay, so to play safe, better you construct this table for this year lah. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so is there any more question before I proceed to box plot, the last part for today? Okay, if no, then I will continue. Okay, just a little more. Okay, so the next part is we want to, okay, this is the, okay. So the next part is we want to construct and interpret a box plot. Okay, how do we know whether the data distribution is in a symmetric distribution or left skew or right skew? Okay, if I give you a box plot, can you interpret it, and how do I interpret it? Okay, and how do I construct a box plot from an ogive? Okay, and this what we will learn in this subtopic lah. So the first the first box plot, if you can see here, is in a symmetric distribution. Okay, where the box, okay, if you notice the box, okay, for information first, the Q1 is the first quartile. Q1 is first quartile, Q2 is the median, Q3 is the third quartile. Okay, and if you after you obtain this three value, you construct a box for this three value, where the Q2 is in the middle of the box. Not actually middle lah. I mean between Q1 and Q2, Q1 and Q3. You need to construct the Q2 lah. This straight line is referring to median. Okay. You also need to construct two whiskers. Okay, two whiskers, and this point, right? And this point is actually your minimum value of your ogive, from your ogive. And this point is your maximum value. Okay, maximum value from your ogive. This value is your Q3, this value is your Q1, and this one is your median. Okay, later we'll look at one example. So if this box, okay, we read this one. The median lies in the middle of the box, and the whiskers are about the same length on both sides of the box. So if the box plot is symmetric distribution, you can see the median is actually at the center of the box. Okay, this is your box, and the median should be in the center. And the length for the whisker on your left and right is almost the same. So we can say that the box plot is in a symmetric distribution. Okay, this is for your symmetric distribution. Whereas for left skewed distribution, okay, if left left skewed means your graph should be like, if histogram, right? The graph will be like this, okay? From left to right here, you will get a smaller value, and then we reach the highest value, and then it will go down. Okay, this is called left skew. And then for the right skew, okay, for right skew means it will start from high and then went down to low like this. Okay, this is a right skew. Okay, this is your left skew. So if you look at the box plot, okay, the median cuts the box into two different sizes. Okay, you notice that the median here, the line Q2, is not at the center of the box. Okay, it will either go one side or on the box, and then you notice that the left hand side of the box is longer, okay, compared to the right hand side. So we'll call this one as left skewed distribution. And then the same thing goes to this one, but opposite. If the right hand side of the box is longer, okay, the right hand side here is longer, then we can say this distribution is a right skewed. Okay, so just look at the box plot, you know lah. Is this symmetric? Is it left skewed or is it right skewed? Okay, and then we can also look at the whisker. The left whisker and right whisker represent the score outside of the median. If the box is divided into the same size, but the left whisker is longer than the right, then the data distribution is left skewed and vice versa. So we can also actually look at the whisker also. Okay, if the whisker is longer on the left hand side, then we say that this is left skewed. And the whisker is longer than the left hand side, then we say that is a right skewed or skewed to the right. Okay, also can. Okay, so let's look at the example. Okay, the ogive on the right show the masses in gram of 90 star fruits. Construct a box plot and hence state the distribution. Okay, so this ogive already drawn for you. And then if you want to construct a box plot, you need to know the minimum value and then the maximum value and then Q1, Q2, and Q3. So all these 5 values you need to determine before you construct and box plot. Okay, so what you do is you calculate lah. Okay, the minimum value and the maximum value you can straight away see from the graph, which is this is the minimum value 80, the maximum value is 90. Okay, here. Okay, this is the maximum, and then this is the minimum. Okay, this is the minimum, and this is the maximum. Sorry, not 90. It's actually 150. Okay, this is the minimum, and then this is your maximum value. And then for the Q1, Q2, Q3, you need to use the formula 1/4 times total data, which is 90. Okay, the total data is this one, 90. So when you calculate this one, okay, you get the value here, and you have to find from your cumulative, okay, Q1, and then go down, read this value. So this is your Q1, and then do the same thing for Q2, 1/2 times 90, and then the third quarter is 3/4 times 90. Okay, do the same thing for each of these, and then read from your graph the Q1, Q2, Q3 value. All right, so you will get this value lah from your graph. Okay, this one, this one, this one. So after you get these 5 values, then you can start construct your box plot. Okay, so how to construct the box plot? First of all, you need to draw the axis first lah. Okay, use a suitable scale. Okay, use a suitable scale, maybe 2 cm to 10. Okay, or 1 cm to 10 is up to you. If the question didn't stated if the question didn't state any scale, you can use your own scale. Okay, if the question asks you to use this scale, okay, then you have to follow lah. If not, you can use any scale you want. Okay, so you plot, this one is your minimum value, okay, which is 80, and then this one is your maximum value 150, and then this is your Q1, Okay, this one is your Q3, and then this one is your Q2 median. Okay, so for Q2, you need to draw a straight line down, a vertical line, and then construct this a box, and then draw the whisker. Okay, and that's it. That's the end. Okay, that's how you construct a box plot. And then after that, from the box plot, you need to state the distribution. Okay, so look at the box plot. So if this box plot, you notice the left hand side, left whisker is longer than the right. So you can say this one is your left skewed. Okay, the distribution is left skewed or skewed to the left. Okay, pun boleh lah, dua-dua. Okay, because the left hand side of the box plot is longer. Okay, or you can say the whisker on the left hand side is longer than the right. Also can. Okay, so this is how you explain the distribution for the box plot. Okay, so I think I already covered everything I want to cover today. That is how to find the sum of the measure of dispersion, which is a range, interquartile range, and then followed by variance, standard deviation, and also how to use the calculator to actually check your answer. Okay, different calculator may have different steps. I already show you one version of the calculator, which is the gray color one. So for the black color one, you can follow this step. Okay, follow this step from the textbook. And then next thing, we learn how to construct a box plot, and also how to explain the distribution for each kind of the box plot. Okay, so I think I already covered everything. Any question? Okay, if total silence means it's okay, I'm not sure whether it's okay or not, but total silence. If you have any question, don't feel shy to ask me. You can always PM me, or you can always ask me lah, in the group or in personal, also can. All right, so I think our class will end here. Okay. Thanks for everyone's attention.